All right, hey everyone. All right, I'm just gonna give everyone a second to hop on here with me. Say hello in the comments. Let me know who's here. All right, hey everyone. All right, I'm just gonna give everyone a second to hop on here with me. Go ahead and mute myself. Awesome. Okay, I'm just firing up my laptop so I can see questions because I will be taking questions and I do want to see who's here. So say hello in the comments and let me know where are you tuning in from. I know we have people all across the globe and I love to hear where everyone is joining in from. So make sure to engage. For those of you who are new, welcome. Welcome to the Sell Like a Rebel community. You will learn that I am highly engaged. I love to use social media for exactly what it's for, and that's to be social. So if you are participating in my trainings, you should be engaging and commenting and asking questions and telling me where you're from so I can get to know you, okay? That is what social media is for, so we need to be using it for that. I'm just logging in real quick, guys, on my laptop so that I can see who's joining, so I can answer questions. I want to get to know all you guys and just make sure you're fully supported. I know we're getting to the end of the year, and we're going to be diving into a brand new year, so a lot of people are trying to figure out what they're going to be doing to make money and to spread their message when they get back after the holidays. And so I'm going to hopefully clear some of that up for you here today on this training. All right. I'm just seeing who's here. I'm going to come in and say hello. Hi, Marie. Good to have you here. Ooh, Nova Scotia, Canada. All right. You're about 3-ish hours from me, so that's cool. You're basically a neighbor. Awesome, good to have you here. All right, so I see a bunch of people on and joining in. Say hello in the comments. I want to know who's here. I want to say hello to you. You're in my community and I like to know my people, okay? I like to engage, so no hiding behind your computer. Say hello, shout out your name, and let me know where you're joining from. Or you are free to exit the webinar because I like to hear, I like to get to know my people. I like to hear where people are from. So awesome. Okay. All right. So I've got things pulled up here on my laptop so that I can engage with you guys, answer questions. I will be taking some questions probably at the end. Not so much during, but definitely at the end. All right. All right, so let me, bear with me, guys. We're going to get started here in just a second. All right, cool. I'm just got my laptop fired up, so I'm just seeing who's here. Seeing who is joining us. All right. Awesome. I see a couple of my clients who are on. Hey, guys. That's always fun. All right, we're going to go ahead and just dive in. All right. Okay. So today what I really want to share with you guys is a training that is actually pulled directly out of my high-end Momentum Mastermind program. So this is actually a training I do with VIP clients, okay? And I thought that it might be helpful for you guys if I kind of put this training together for you guys and shared with you what my clients and I are doing behind the scenes right now to map out our entire year of profits, just to get really fired up and know exactly what we're doing when we get back from the holidays, which is something that I have found really beneficial for me over the years, is being able to come back from, a crazy, good but stressful holiday, vacation and break, and know what I'm doing, know what I'm doing every day to show up, to make money, to get clients, to fill my programs, to give good value and content, instead of coming back and not having any idea what we're doing. So a lot of entrepreneurs are going to come back in January, and they're going to be spending the whole month of January planning and creating and thinking about what they want to offer and how they're going to make money and get clients. Whereas my clients are going to have their entire 2018 mapped out. So not just like a month or two, I'm talking the entire year. We just spent 5 days doing this. It took us 5 days, and we have mapped out their year. So they have everything all mapped out. They know exactly what they're doing when they get back from a nice long vacation for the holiday. They know how much money they're making. They know what offers they have to be putting out there to make that money. They know how they're going to be showing up. They have all their content, their themes, everything planned out. And this is how you create profit. You can't create profit if you're just kind of winging it and going day by day, and you're just hopping on your computer every day saying, what do I want to talk about today? What email should I send? Should I do a Facebook Live? And if I do, what should I talk about? What offers should I be putting out, and how many offers should I put out, and what should the price be? There's all of these things that entrepreneurs get stuck in, and then they never get to actually execute. They never get to make any money because they're so busy thinking and planning and creating and trying to figure it out last minute, and so this training that I'm going to do with you today is hopefully going to eliminate that for you. It's going to give you a really good idea of how to map out a profitable year for yourself. And then, of course, I have something special at the end for those who are interested. Okay, so let's talk about this, and I will be doing Q&A, so if you have questions, feel free to post them in the comments. I will get them at the end, okay? All right. Okay, cool. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that there's only 2 steps that you really need to make money in your business, and this is not just if you're an entrepreneur. I'm talking like any type of business you have. It doesn't matter if it's brick and mortar. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur. It doesn't even make a difference. What matters is there's 2 things that any single business needs in this world to make money, okay? And that's an offer, okay? So I just talked about how my VIP mastermind clients and I mapped out their offers, so how they're going to make money. How you're going to do it is going to be the offers that you put out in front of people, and people pay you for. So if you don't have an offer, you can't make any money. If you don't have a sellable offer, then you have no clients buying your stuff, and therefore you're making no money. The other thing is you need traffic. It does you no good to have an offer if you don't have traffic to put in front of the offer. You need to have traffic that not only wants to buy from you, but they're the right traffic. They're people that have a problem to the solution that your offer provides to them. This is something that most entrepreneurs overlook because either they want to be everything to everybody, they're afraid to get niche down because they're scared they'll lose a potential client or they'll rule somebody out. Some entrepreneurs just aren't sure how to niche down. They're not quite sure who that person is because they have multi-passions, right? There's several things that they can do and many ways they can help people. And so they struggle with really niching down because of that. And these are common things. However, if you're just taking some random offer and you're throwing it out in front of everybody and you're just saying somebody will buy this, hopefully somebody will see it as a solution to their problem. I'm just going to put this offer all over the internet everywhere that I can, and I'm going to hope that someone purchases. If you're doing that, then yes, you risk putting offers in front of people that don't want your offer. And that doesn't mean that your offer is not sellable. It doesn't mean you don't have an amazing offer. It doesn't mean that the price is wrong. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that you're putting the right offer in front of the wrong traffic. You might be doing it the other way around. Maybe you have the best traffic. You have your ideal dreamy clients and they're not buying from you. That could be because your offer is not what they want. Maybe they don't see your offer right now as a solution, and therefore, even though it's an ideal traffic, even though they're buyers potentially, they're not actually buying. And that's because they don't see your offer as the solution. So maybe you're putting the wrong offer in front of the right traffic. These are things that you need to figure out. You have to absolutely know that you have your ideal clients and that you have a sellable offer. A sellable offer is a solution to their problem. It's a now factor, meaning I need that right now, not next month, not next Friday when I get paid, not next year I'll do it. I need that right now. You have to have the sellable offer and the ideal traffic. And if you don't have those two things, then you won't make sales. You'll see very far and few between in terms of your sales. You'll have a really hard time selling. You'll feel like you're marketing everywhere, but you're not getting any results. And that is because you need to look at these two things. Because without these two things coming in alignment together, you lose sales, bottom line. Okay? So this is how any business makes money. Okay? They put their offers, their sellable offers, in front of the right traffic. Okay? Now, there's two things that you need to do in order to create an annual profit plan. And when I say a profit plan, I'm not talking about, we make money once in a while, or we have good months and bad months, or, we hit some of the goals. I'm talking about where you have consistent momentum in your business. You have consistent cash flow. Week after week, month after month, quarter after quarter, year after year, you have consistent income. You know how to go out and bring consistent income into your business. And it's not just like get by income, it's income that gives you profit. Any business can go make money. But I know a lot of entrepreneurs who don't pay themselves. So their business makes a little bit of money and all that money goes out. And then there's nothing left for the business owner. So the business owner is not even paying themselves. They may be seeing a great amount of money coming in, or it could be just a little bit. But in any case, there's no profit. Profit is when everything's paid for and then there's still money left for you to pay yourself consistently, not randomly. And this is a big deal. So there's two things you need in order to be able to do this. And if you guys have questions as I go through this, please drop them in the comments. I will be taking questions at the end, okay? I'm going to be sharing quite a bit with you. And like I said, this is a training pulled directly from my VIP program. So definitely let me know if you have questions. All right, so the first thing that you have to do is decide on your end goals. What is it that you want? Now, a lot of entrepreneurs skip this or they go so broad with it. The thing is that whatever your goal is, that goal will dictate what steps you take. That goal is going to dictate what offers you put out. That goal is going to dictate what you price your offers at. Your end goal, like the thing that you want, whether it's 10K months, 20K months, 100,000 this year or next year, rather it's that you want to grow your list by 5,000 people, whatever your big end goal is, that goal is going to dictate every single thing that you do in your business from right now until you hit that goal. There's no other way to do this. If you don't know what you want to accomplish, then every day you're working towards absolutely nothing. This is why entrepreneurs get stuck in this whole feast and famine. They get stuck in the hustle. The reason you're stuck in the hustle, if you are, I'm just speaking in broad, but if you're stuck in that hustle or the feast and famine, the reason that you are is because you're just getting on your computer each day, and day by day, you're just winging it. Like, what do I want to do today? How am I going to make some money today? I need to get a sale today, right? I need to show up in my Facebook group and do a Facebook Live. I haven't done one in months. Like, you don't have an end goal that you're working towards. You're just in hair on fire, reactive mode where you're literally chasing clients. You're chasing a paycheck. You're chasing cash flow. You cannot build a profitable, successful, sustainable, scalable business if that's how you're operating your business right now. There's no way that you're going to reach your goals like that. You might hit some goals, or you might have a really good month where you're like, oh, okay, I think I got this. But it won't be sustainable. You will not see consistent profits. And the reason is because whatever that end goal is, you work backwards from that, and then you're taking daily, weekly, monthly steps, step by step, and every single thing you're doing is leading you to that end goal. There's no other way to do this. And if you do it this way, it's nearly fail-proof. As long as you do the work, you're guaranteed to hit your goals. You might have some bumps in the road, and I'm not saying it's going to be, all easy, but when you know what you're working towards, you know what things to put your focus on. I see entrepreneurs focusing on websites and sales pages and technology and sales funnels, and they're not even making $5,000 a month. And all I can do is shrug my shoulders and virtually want to slap those people. Like, what are you thinking? Those things don't make you money at the end of the day. You don't even need those things to make money. I made my first $10,000 month. I had my first $10,000 month back when I first started. I didn't even have a website. I had no website at all. I had just opened up a Facebook page. I had no following. I did not even have an email list. I had absolutely nothing. I was brand new. But you know what? I went out and connected with people, and I got them on a call with me. And guess what? I had 10 private one-on-one clients, coaching clients in my program. I had 10 coaching clients a month. Now, that's a lot of coaching clients, and you certainly don't have to do that. The reason I had so many is because I priced my offer really low, so I needed more clients to make my goals. But the point is, I didn't have anything in place, and I was able to do that. My clients go off and do the exact same thing. So you have to have an end goal so that you can figure out what things you need to focus on to get a result, right? So if you want to hit $10,000 a month, or if you want $20,000 months, which, by the way, is totally achievable, and it's not as hard as you think, the thing is, you have to focus on the right things. You have to focus on $10,000, $20,000 activities. Stop worrying about a website. Stop focusing on sales pages. Those things are not going to bring you to your end goal or to 10 or 20K months the fastest and easiest way. Those things are going to take a long time. And they're probably going to cost you a lot of money, stress, and frustration, because unless technology and sales pages and copy is your thing, those things can be quite time consuming, or you have to hire someone to do it for you, which costs money. That's a problem if you're not making consistent profit right now, correct? So first of all, decide on the end goal, because that end goal dictates every single thing you do in your business. I promise you. Now, once you know what that end goal is specifically, you know what you want to see happen, okay? Then you create a plan to get there. So you ask yourself, what needs to happen for me to make 10K, 20K a month? What needs to happen for me to sign on 5 clients into my program? What needs to happen for me to grow my list by 500 or 1,000 people? And then you create that plan to get there, and you don't do anything else. You don't get shiny object syndrome. You don't try it once and then it doesn't work the first time. You switch it up. You don't start doing what other people are doing. You write out what it's going to take to get there, and you do nothing else. You keep your eye on the prize, and you focus on the steps that are bringing you to the end goal. This is how you become masterful at making not just money, but profit. And then you just do this over and over. As your goals get bigger, you'll have bigger action steps, right? But you will always know, I figure out my end goal, and then I work backwards from that, writing out what needs to happen to get there. And then you let go of all the other stuff you're working on, and you only do those things. Is this making sense so far? Let me know in the comments if you're liking this. If you want to move forward, let me know. Just give me a yes if you're enjoying this, if this is like spot on for you, if this is helpful, you want to move forward. Just give me a yes in the comments and let me know. I want to make sure that this is on point for you. Just let me know. Drop a yes or something in the comments, okay? And just let me know. Come on, guys. Remember, I like engagement. Thank you, Jennifer. Yay. Anybody else? Come on, give me a couple more, guys. Give me a couple more. I like engagement. That's why we're here on social media. Just drop a yes in the comments and we're going to move forward. Come on, guys. Good Lord. If this is how you guys use social media, my goodness. This could be why you are not seeing results. Okay. Thank you. There we go. We got some yeses. Thank you, Marie. Awesome. Okay, so let's move forward. So here's the problem. This is what I see as a problem. So many entrepreneurs complicate planning. And so instead of creating the path to the profit, they wing it instead. And this is for a lot of reasons. People feel like if I create a plan, I'm restricted to it, meaning I can't like change it. I can't do something else. What if I get inspired? Am I allowed to do that? Or do I just have to stick to the plan? People think that planning is hard because it feels like I don't know all the moving pieces. I'm not sure what things to focus on. One of the big things that entrepreneurs come to me with is I don't know what activities are money generating. So I don't actually know what activities to focus on to get me to the goal. Now, I'm sure you guys probably resonate with that. That is a very common objection, I guess, that my people, my community comes to me with, is that they just don't even really know what activities or what things to focus on that would bring them to their goal. So even if they know what their goal is, they're like, what would actually get me there? I don't know what that is. So instead of figuring that out, instead of navigating that or getting the help with that, they just wing it. They're like, frig it, screw it. I'm just going to get on here and just do something. Or they don't even do a plan. Like they don't even plan anything out. And that's because of these fears and these questions and the unknown, right, of just having the details. So this is how you start to complicate things. When you start to get into overthinking and freaking out about really small details or every little tiny detail, this is going to cause you to just feel really, really stuck. So the solution is, like I said, start with the end in mind. That's your first step. What's the goal? That is your very first step. If you can figure that out, then you can get support to figure out the path, right? But you first need to figure out your goal, and only you can decide that. So you have to know what that is. And it needs to be inspired. It needs to be a goal that you really want to achieve, a goal you're really excited about. I've had some people in the past come to me and say, well, my goal for this quarter is that I want to pay off all my debt. Okay, so that's a great goal, except for the fact that you are not going to enjoy getting up every day and working to pay off debt. I mean, who's excited to do that? Nobody's going to be motivated to do that. I've had over $20,000 worth of credit card debt from when I first started my business, and trust me, getting up every day to pay that off was not exciting, and it's not something that I was motivated to do, and so therefore I didn't do it. I had debt for years because of that. But when I found out that decided that my end goal was going to be able to buy a house, then I said, oh my God, what needs to happen to do that? One of those things was to pay off my credit card debt so that I could get a loan. I needed to improve my credit. Now, I worked every day to buy the house that we lived in. We have a second home now. But the first house that we bought, I got up every day and I worked my tail off because I wanted to buy the house, not pay off my debt. I had to pay off the debt to buy the house, but you want to set inspired goals. You want to create an end goal that's really freaking exciting, because when things get tough and when you have to show up and really put yourself out there and you have to do things that are scary or do things where you don't know what's going to happen, like how it's going to turn out, when you have an end goal that is a non-negotiable, that's so exciting for you, you'll do whatever it takes to get there. It's not going to matter to you how scared you get, or how insecure you feel, or how unknown your action steps might be. You won't care, because you're working towards something that you're really inspired about. You're excited about it. You believe in it. You stand behind it. I was living in low income on food stamps, okay, for years. Believe me, I wanted a house for my kids. I wanted independency. I wanted to completely 1000% get off government funds, get off housing assistance and state assistance. And I wanted to have my own home. I wanted to have a place where we could, have a home and go out in our backyard and do a garden together. If you go to my Facebook page, you see we do all of this now. That's what I wanted. That was my end goal. Believe me, nothing is going to stop me from doing that. Those are non-negotiables. But to pay off my debt, no, not really excited, right? Can you see how it makes a difference, right? So you want to figure out that end goal. That's the most important piece. It's the starting factor. And that goal, like I said at the beginning, is going to dictate every single thing you do. Everything from your action steps to your visibility, to your offers that you put out, to what you price your offers as, to how long you launch. So do you do a long launch? Do you do a short launch? Something like that. And so you have to figure out the end goal so that you can determine what your steps are going to be. You don't determine your steps and then figure out your end goal. That's working backwards. That's the wrong way to do it. You got to find the inspiration first, and then create the path to get there, which is the path to profits. Okay, that's how you do that. Once you do that, as long as you show up and do it, it's fail-proof. There's no way you're not going to hit your goals. As long as you do the work, as long as you show up and you're honest about what your end goal is. Maybe your end goal is that you just want to see freaking, I'd like to enjoy a $5,000 a month. If I could hit that, I would be ecstatic. That would be fabulous. Maybe you just want to get the people in your Facebook group to start actually engaging with you. Maybe you just want to build your email list by a few hundred people, and that for you would be so exciting. Everybody's goals look different. My goals change every month. Sometimes it's money-based. Sometimes it's my email list. Sometimes it's collaborations. Sometimes it's just really nurturing my community and getting to know people. Every quarter, I spend probably 3 weeks or close to a month where all I do is invite everybody on my list and everyone in my Facebook group to a free call with me, non-sales, no pitch, just let's talk. I do that all the time just to get to know my people, no strings attached. So you figure out what your goal is and what do you need to do to make X dollars or to hit a certain goal, and then do that unapologetically, relentlessly. So what is your end goal? You got to decide on what that is for you. Write it down, think about it, journal about it, do what you do, but figure out that end goal. And remember, keep it inspiring. Please don't create a goal that says I want to pay off debt. Instead, what will happen? What is the goal that will happen if you didn't have debt? You'd be able to buy a house. Would you be able to take out a credit card so you could do a business investment? Would you be able to maybe get a new vehicle or be able to get a loan so you could get a new vehicle? Maybe you want to go on vacation. You want to take a family trip. Whatever it is, if you didn't have the debt, if you didn't have the credit card debt or the school loans or whatever you have, if that was gone, what would your end goal be? And that's what you want to work towards. Okay, you want to work back from that. So then you just create that path. What will it take to get there? What steps are you going to have to take? What actions are you going to have to do? What needs to happen in order for you to reach that end goal? And you write it out. You map it out. So how do you pull all this together? Well, first of all, when it comes to an annual plan, the goal behind it is that you create a daily inspired action steps that lead you to your goals and that keeps you focused so you always have your end goal in mind and you always know what you're working towards. Remember, if you don't know what you're working towards nothing. You are not doing anything. You're literally getting on and winging it and you're chasing your next client. I get it. I've been there. I was there for 5 years. Now clients come to me. They PM me, they email me, they respond to my stuff. Like, I don't have to chase anybody, nor would I. I just don't tolerate that. I don't put up with that. I did that for long enough. And so your goals need to be inspired action steps. You need to know what you're working towards. If you don't, you're just going to spend 2018 working really hard, struggling to make money, struggling to get clients or getting non-ideal clients, doing things that you're not even in love with, doing things that maybe your coach told you to do, or doing something the way someone else is doing it, but it's not your own business, right? That's what's going to happen if you don't create a profit plan. Okay, so the success of your plan is going to depend upon 5 things. The clarity on your goals. You see that I keep coming back to this because it is the first step. It is the most important piece to creating a profit plan, a plan that's actually going to make you not just money, but profit in your business. You've got to know what your goals are. And your coach, your training program, your mentors, your buddies, your husband, your wife, your mother, your father, nobody can figure this out for you. This part you've got to do. You need to figure out what your goals are and what goals really excite you. Meaning, if you map it out for the year, you're totally going for that. You're all in. The next thing is you got to get clarity on your niche. If you don't know, we talked about the traffic, right? If you don't know what you want to be known for, if you don't know who you help and how you help them, then nobody's really going to see your offer, your services as a solution. You're just going to look like another person in the industry who's promoted on Facebook. Keep in mind, there's a lot of people in this online space, and there's a lot of offers being flashed around. There's a lot of sales, a lot of pitches, a lot of opportunities, some good, some bad. You know, we got some people who are what we call internet famous, and then we have others who are just barely recognized. What you need to do is find a way to stand out, because if you don't stand out, you blend in. That's it. It's one or the other. Either you stand out or you blend in. And what you need to do is niche down a little bit, especially in the beginning. You have to figure out what you want to be known for, what you want people to recognize you as, and what do you want people to come to you for. And if you can't do that, you're going to have a very, very hard time, because it is getting harder and harder in this industry to get yourself out there, for people to see you. Even just getting someone to opt in for something free is really challenging these days. Facebook is changing their algorithms left and right, and that is making it extremely challenging for your posts to be seen. Okay, people are catching on to the whole promotional posts and the emails, and they're paying attention less. And so what's happening is entrepreneurs are like, oh my God, I'm doing lives and nobody's paying attention. I'm sending emails, no clicks, no opens, no buys, no sales. I'm showing up and posting on Facebook, crickets. The reason is you're not standing out. Nobody is really seeing you or hearing you or recognizing you. Whatever you're putting out there, it's either you're not doing it consistently or you're not doing it right. I see a lot of posts out there, and I can't help but look at them and think, oh, you poor person, because you just don't have it right. You're not going to stand out posting stuff like that. And so the biggest thing that you could spend a little bit of your time on is really thinking about, if there was one thing that everybody on the internet knew you for, if there was one thing that people came to you for, what would that one thing be? And this isn't like, this is it for life. I have all kinds of things I do now, but I started out with one thing. And I made a ton of money, and I got really good, and people got to know me, and the word spread all over the place. I got great opportunities with 7-figure and millionaire collaborators, and things started to take off for me. Then I was able to broaden what I do. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, people come to me for fast, easy sales. That's what people come to me for. Everything online sales and marketing. If they're struggling with sales, they come to Sell Like a Rebel. If they don't know how to overcome objections, people say, go see Anna at Sell Like a Rebel. She could totally help you with that. If people are like, oh my God, I don't know, my offers are not selling, go see Anna at Sell Like a Rebel. She's great with sellable offers. That's what people know me for, because I've positioned myself that way, and then I stuck with that. I stayed with that. It doesn't mean I don't do other things. I just named like 3 things that I do. but people know me for online sales, fast, easy, hustle-free online sales. You've got to start to niche down because you're not going to be able to serve everybody. And if you try to, people are going to be so confused about what you do that they're just going to go away because people like things fast and easy. We don't like complicated things. We're very busy. We don't have a lot of time. People are on edge right now about, maintaining sales and getting sales. They don't want to have to spend a lot of time. They're not going to come and try to figure out what you do. They're not going to be like, oh, I don't get it. What does she do? I'm going to go check her website out. No, they're going to go to someone else that has a clear message and that states very clearly, here's what I do and here's how I help you. Okay, so the clarity in your niche is two parts. You need to know what it is that you want to be known for, what you do, but you also need to know how you help people. Because to say that you are a mindset coach or a health coach or a sales coach is not enough. There's about 1 billion of those people. What makes you different? How can you help me? How am I supposed to choose you over the thousands of other health coaches, sales coaches, business coaches, mindset coaches? You're not the only person that does that. So you have to start to be able to articulate specifically, how do you help people? And if you can't do that, you're going to have a hard time. The third step is you need to know what your profit possibility is. So what your profit possibility is your inventory. It's what you have to work with. It's if you go to your business and you look at your inventory, what do you have to work with? So if you want to make $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month, what do you have in place to do that? What do you have in place to help support that? If you don't know this, then, what happens is when you don't look at these numbers and you don't know this information, what happens is you say, well, you know what? I don't have a big email list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to price this program that's worth $2,500. I'm going to price it at $500. That way I can get more sales because I don't have a lot of people. Well, actually, that is the total opposite of what you should be doing. Because here's the deal. If you want to make $10,000 a month and you sell something at $500, that's a lot of sales. Well, guess what? If you don't have a lot of people, a lot of leads, how the hell are you going to get those people? Where are those people coming from? So if you need 100 sales, for example, and you have a list of 100 people, well, all 100 of those people are not going to buy your offer. Where are you getting the rest of the people? You need to understand that business is a numbers game. And if you don't know your numbers, then you're going to risk either launching something that you don't have the inventory to fulfill, or you're going to underprice, and then you're still not going to meet your sales. Because just because you price an offer low does not mean you're going to get more sales. And here's an FYI, a little sales nugget for you. If you price your offer low, that means you need more sales. Well, if you don't have the inventory, where are you getting those sales? That doesn't make sense at all. And if you understand your profit possibility and you look at the right numbers, that will make very, very clear sense to you. You will understand that if you are trying to make $20,000 a month and you sell an offer at $500, you need a lot of sales. If you don't have a lot of inventory, where are those sales going to come from? Now you have to work harder. Now it's going to take you longer to reach the $20,000 a month. You're going to have to work a lot harder. And in fact, the numbers don't lie. You don't have enough inventory to do it. This is why one of the very first things I do with every single client, one of the very first things I do across every program I have, I say, what's your inventory? And I give them my exercise and I tell them, go fill this out. I need all these numbers. And then I say, okay, great. So you want to make $10,000 a month. Here's who you have on your list. And what I do is I pull some numbers because business is a numbers game and numbers never lie. The proof is in the pudding. And so I look at their numbers and then I go back and I say, hey, Jane Doe, if you want to make $10,000 a month, you need 300 more people on your email list. Or we need to increase the price of your offer. Which is it going to be? If you know your profit possibility, it's going to tell you what you need to do. It's going to tell you if you have in place what you need to reach a certain goal. because you have to look at your numbers. I don't know very many entrepreneurs who do this, actually. This is part of my annual planning. We look at your numbers. Like I said, I just spent 5 days with my mastermind group, and we literally just mapped out their entire 2018. One of the very first things that we did is we did profit possibility for everybody in the group. Because if you don't know that, then what if you have to build your list? So if you want to make 10,000 and you need 300 more people on your list, don't you want to know that before you start launching your offer? Yes, because you want to go find out, what do I need to do to get 300 people on my email list? Then you go get 300 people on your email list. Then you launch. Guess what you just did? You guaranteed your income. Numbers don't lie. You guys, this is really simple when you focus on the right things. All right. The next thing you need is sellable congruent offers. We talked about this as well in the beginning when it comes to the 2 things you need to make money in business, a sellable offer and the right traffic. So if you're not creating sellable offers, well, then they're not selling. The thing is a sellable offer is a solution. It's a solution to a problem. It's easy to say yes to, and it's structured in a way that it just makes objections irrelevant. People see it and they're like, duh, I need that. It's a no-brainer. Give it to me. How do I sign up for this? That's a sellable offer. And here's the thing, a lot of people in my community will say, Ann, I need to switch up my offers. They're not selling. I either need to decrease the price, or I got to change them. And you know what? It's not usually the price. Because here's the thing, if you put a solution in front of someone that has a problem, they're going to buy your program because they want the solution. If they don't want the solution, then they're not going to buy it, which means you haven't activated your traffic as buyers. If your people are not buying, then you're not going to sell your offers. And if you have community and you're putting offers in front of them, if it's not a solution for them, they're not going to buy it, even if it's a really great offer. Here's the deal. I did, as an example, I was selling a $27 offer. I don't do this often. That's what we call over here in the Rebel community a low ticket offer or an upsell. So I was selling a $27 offer, and it was just a little flash thing I was doing. It was a really quick sale. And there was this woman that I was like, oh my God, this would be awesome for her as a starting point. And I went over to her and I told her I had it. And she said, oh, I'm not interested. She didn't buy it. And I'm like, this is like perfect for you though. And she's like, no, she didn't buy. $27. Kind of easy to say yes to, right? 1 week later, I launched my Momentum Mastermind program, and she paid me $2,000 right on the phone, right on the sales call. I mean, I didn't even get through my whole pitch. $2,000, she paid in full for the program, and she signed up. It was not about the money. It had nothing to do with that. And 9 out of 10 times, it's not anything to do with the price. So if you're creating offers and you're pricing them really low because you're desperate for sales, I just want to let you know that the price of your offer doesn't mean shit. So you might as well price it accordingly. You might as well price it in a way that feels good for you, because that's how you're going to sell it. Because the people that need the solution are going to buy it, and it has nothing to do with the price. The $27 offer that I put in front of her, it wasn't for her. She needed more. She wanted something different. So I put a different offer in front of her, and she paid in full. She didn't even take the payment plan. She paid in full because it was a no-brainer for her. Okay, so you need to understand that your sellable offer is a solution to your ideal client's problem. So what that means is you may have more than one offer, because everyone in your community is not going to want this one thing that you have. I typically have 3 offers minimum all at one time. And I'm not putting all 3 offers in front of everybody. That's the other thing. You need to learn how to segment. But I have more than one offer. I have a minimum of 3 at any given time. That way, I get 100% of my sales. So if anybody comes to me and they need help with anything that I do, I have an offer for them. And I always get a sale. That's why I tell everybody I close 100%. Because when I get an ideal client in front of me and I have a solution for them, they buy it. It's a no-brainer. And I have more than one offer. They get to choose. That way, they feel like they're getting what they need and they're not getting what they don't. It's kind of simple. Okay, the next thing, the fifth thing, is your commitment to follow the plan. Now this I see a lot. About 90% of entrepreneurs have so much fun mapping out their plan and thinking about their offers and putting really good price points and all the magical steps they're going to take every day, but then they never do it. They don't actually execute the plan. Or they'll execute it for a week or two or maybe even a month, and then they stop. They say, well, that didn't work. I got sick of it. I need to create a different plan. I need to create different offers. Oh no, my price points all need to change. And what they do is they switch up everything. And the problem is they never really knew what the problem was. So therefore, they rinse and repeat that cycle over and over and over again. They just keep doing it over and over. It's the definition of insanity. You do the same thing over and over and you're expecting a different result. Well, the problem is you need to be clear on your goal and what it's going to take to get there, and then you need to stick it through. You need to stay the course. If you're changing things up all the time, you're going to do that for the rest of your life. You need to be able to commit and follow through with your plan. I get that it's fun to create a plan and it's pretty and you can do it on like spreadsheets or sticky post-it note boards or whiteboards, and you start planning everything out. It's always fun to plan. It's always fun to be creative because that's how we are. But it means nothing if you don't commit and follow through. You won't get the result. You won't make the money. You won't see any result from your efforts. You got to commit to the plan. So if you create a plan and you don't get results, it does not mean that plans don't work. That's just ridiculous. Any successful entrepreneur who's actually making money and profits in their business, believe you me, they have a plan. They know exactly what's going on their calendar. If you've ever done collaborations with like experts and leaders in the industry, something I do every quarter, if you've ever done that, you'll know that they'll say, hey, my calendar, my promotional calendar is full. My JV calendar is full. Why? Because they have that shit planned out a whole year in advance. They know exactly what's happening. I know all of the things I'm doing for all of 2018. If anybody comes to me and says, hey, Ann, can you participate in a summit? Or, hey, Ann, can you do this giveaway with us? Can I interview you? I can pop open my calendar and look at my whole year, and I can see if that's going to fit in my schedule or not. It's not very difficult to do. And I guarantee my income. I know that I'm making whatever my money goals are each and every single month because I know exactly what my goals are and what I need to do to get there. And I am relentless when it comes to sticking through with my plans. I do not break them. I do not switch them up because for 3 years, I've been able to hit my goals by following my plan. So if you don't get results, so let's say you create a plan and you get out there and you do it and you don't get results. Well, here's most of the common reasons that I see this happen. Number one, you were not clear on your inspired goals or actions. So either you created a goal that you thought you were excited about, but you weren't really. So like halfway through, you're like, I'm not really excited about this anymore. Okay, well, that's a problem. that's going to be a problem. Or you created the goal, but then the action steps that you were taking, you were not lit up about. You set yourself up for failure by creating action steps that you know right now you're not going to commit to. I had a client come to me one time and she said, I don't want to do webinars. And she knew how successful webinars are because they convert so damn high. And I kept recommending that she do one. And she's like, I don't want to. So I asked her, I said, what is it with webinars? Why don't you want to do a webinar? And she said, because I like connecting with my people. I like to actually see them. I like to hear them. I want them to see me. I like to actually connect. I don't want to stare at a screen and talk to my people. I want to talk with my people. I want to be like close to them. So I said, well, what if you did a webinar via Zoom where you did video and they could see you and you could see them and you guys could actually conversate throughout your webinar? And she's like, but nobody does that. That's not how you do it. And I said, but how about you try it? What if you do it that way? Well, you know what? She sold out a program. She made over $20,000 from that webinar. She filled out a program. She had a huge wait list. And she's been doing it that way ever since because it works for her. The thing is if you're not excited about doing Facebook Lives, if you don't get all excited about posting on social media, if you don't get all excited about like finding ways to grow your list, then you need to find ways to do the things you got to do to get the results in a way that's going to be fun for you. Because if you set up a plan, which most entrepreneurs do, they create a plan of all the things they think they need to be doing or should be doing, but none of it is what they want to be doing. So the problem is you're going to create a plan that's going to lead you to failure, because you're going to do it and then you're going to start it and say, I don't want to do lives. I don't want to do webinars. I don't want to email my list. I don't want to do all this stuff. If you create a plan that you're not inspired with or excited about, then you're not going to do the work. The second thing is maybe you were not clear on your niche. And I see this a lot. This is really common because people think they know who their ideal clients are, but they're so broad in it that the thing is that you understand who your client is, but your client doesn't understand that they're your client. And guess what? You're not buying your own services. You're not the one that's paying for your products and your programs. So you need to be selling to your people, not to yourself. Your people need to recognize you as the person that can help them, and they need to raise their hand and say, yep, I need your help. If you're the only person saying, oh my God, this is my niche, my offers are great, I'm awesome, I can help. If you're the only person doing that, unless you're the one buying your programs, you're going to be broke. Your people need to see that you're the person. So you've got to get clear on your niche. You have to get clear on this, and not just for yourself, but you need to get clear in a way that your ideal clients also recognize themselves as your clients. And if you can't do that, I promise you'll struggle. Okay, the third thing, you didn't create your plan based on your profit possibility. So if you don't run your numbers, I mean, literally, you're playing Russian roulette with your goals. If you don't run your numbers, then you do not have any idea if you have what it takes, okay? And then what's going to happen is you're going to create a plan, and you're not going to put the things in there that need to happen to get you to the result that you want. So if you have to build your list by 300 people and you don't incorporate list building into your plan somewhere, and not just list building, but you need 300 people. If you don't do that, then at the end, you're going to say, I don't get it. I followed the whole plan. I still didn't reach my money goals. The problem is you don't have the amount of people on your email list in order for you to make that amount of money. So therefore, your plan should have included list building and getting a minimum of 300 people on your email list. That's it. You've got to do your profit possibility. And it's not just your email list. There's a whole set of numbers that you need to be looking at and that you need to know. And if you don't, you're playing Russian roulette with your business, with your money. All right, number 4 is your sellable offers. They have to be congruent, which means you can't just be the person that's in love with your offers because you're not the one buying them. Your ideal clients need to see your offer as a solution that they need right now. Not next Friday, not next month, not, oh, I'm going to wait till next year. They need to see that your offer is a solution that they need right now. And they can't wait any longer. They need it right now. If you're not creating offers and then putting the right ones in front of the right people, you're not going to sell your offers, even if they are sellable. So you have to understand they need to be congruent. That's number 1. So you have to know what your people want. Enough to buy. And if you don't know that, then you risk putting something in front of someone that they don't need, and then you're going to give them a bad taste in their mouth, because now they're going to be like, you know what? I didn't even need that, and you put that in front of me. You're not the person that can help me. An example of this is I had someone private message me about a month ago. She private messaged me and said, hey, Ann, we're connected on social media, and I have this amazing sales program. I think it's going to totally help you out. Check the link out here. And I paused for a minute and I laughed inside, but at the same time, I was really offended. I was pissed off. And I remember thinking, if you took 5 seconds to look at my Facebook, you would know I don't need your help with sales, honey. That's what I do. But you didn't take 5 seconds to even do that. Otherwise, you would have never sent me that private message. You would have never came to me and said, hey, Ann, from Sell Like a Rebel, the person known for sales, I have a sales program you might be interested in. It might help you. You would have never sent that to me. That's the problem in this industry, is that people are not getting to know their community. And what happens when you do something like that is you put a bad taste in the other person's mouth. So I know who that person was. Obviously, she messaged me, right? I would never connect with her at this point because I was so offended that she didn't take a couple of minutes to go look at my page before sending me that message to see if I even needed what she was offering. It's absolutely rude, and people are going to take offense to that. That's like going to someone like David Nagel, okay, who's like the mindset genius, and going to him and private messaging him and saying, hey, I'm a mindset coach. I got an amazing mindset program. Here's a link. You should check it out. I mean, you would be blocked. He would never speak to you. That's ridiculous. So again, you've got to take the time to get to know your people so you're putting offers in front of them that are congruent. And if you're just blasting your offers out to anybody, you're going to look like an amateur. And the problem with that is the people around you are really smart. And they're going to be like, you know what? You're desperate for money. You're an amateur. You don't know me. You have no idea what I need. And you're totally just spamming me. That's the result you're going to get in this industry today. Because I will tell you, I've been doing this for 15 years. And I used to be able to literally auto-schedule posts on social media, promoting my one-on-one coaching program, and my calendar would get so damn full in about 24 hours that I couldn't even handle all of the people coming through. Today, that does not work. That does not work at all. I used to be able to go in Facebook groups and promote. Guess what? Can't do that today. Most groups don't allow it. And if they do, it's on a specific day for an inside a specific thread. Facebook did not have all these algorithms where, you know, your people don't see all your posts. That was never a thing. Even like a year ago, that was not a thing. You would post and everybody would see it, right? Not now. Not now. They're changing all their algorithms. It is going to get harder and harder in this industry to get sales and to stand out and to get people to even buy your stuff. So the first thing that you need to be doing is getting the right offer in front of the right people. You need to start by doing that. And then if your plan doesn't work, it could be that you didn't stick to the plan. If you switch things up before you even know why something isn't working, which I see all the time, then how do you know what wasn't working? How do you know what changes to make if you don't even know what the problem is? It's insanity. If you are driving traffic to a sales page and people are going to the sales page, but they're not buying, what would you change? Because what people come to me and do is they say, I got to change my offer. Well, wait a minute. How do you know it's your offer? If you're driving traffic to your sales page, but they're not converted, how do you know it's your offer? How do you know it's not the traffic? How do you know it's not your message or your brand? How do you know it's not your price point? How do you know what's not working? You don't. And if you change one thing without knowing what's working and what's not working, then you're going to keep doing that over and over and over and over again. And you're never going to get results. You have to know what is working and what's not working. And then you have to change one thing at a time until you figure out what works really good so we can maximize that, and what things did not work so that we can change or tweak or remove or whatever, replace those things. The problem is entrepreneurs are switching their shit up every other day. One day they're a coach, the next day they're, MLM. I mean, they're all over the place. And they're changing things without really knowing what the problem is. That's a problem. So rather than give up or switch gears, I want you to course correct and then just relaunch or keep launching. So you just figure out what's working, what's not working, and you change and tweak things one thing at a time so that you can figure out what needs to change to get better, bigger results. And remember, the only goal behind this plan and you creating profit is that you're inspired, right? So you need not only inspired goals, but you need to be taking inspired action steps, because you know what? You are going to have to test and tweak things. There will be some things that won't work. You're not going to have all the answers. I can tell you right now that you're not going to be able to go do all this by yourself. You're not going to know all the moving pieces. You're just not. And so what you need to be doing is creating a plan that's inspiring so that at least when things get tough or they don't go according to the plan, you don't give up because you're inspired. You're excited. You're determined to figure out what needs to change or what do I need to do different because I'm not giving up on this. I want this. I could have stayed on food stamps. I could have stayed in public housing. I could have lived off the state my whole life. I could have given my kids that type of life, but I was determined to get off that and to be independent and have my own home where my family and I could have our own memories. I was so determined and inspired by that. I did whatever I had to do. And guess what that meant? We had to sell our first home. We went over $20,000 in credit card debt. We had to get rid of our family dog. We had to sell him. We couldn't even take care of him. We were living in a crappy apartment. It took a lot to get where we are today. But we went through every bit of it and we stuck the course because we wanted what we have right now. So when you create goals like that, you'll do whatever it takes. But if you're just saying, I want to pay off some debt, I just want to make some money, I just, want $5,000 this month, you're not going to do the work. And that's why you're going to do this year after year after year. You're going to find yourself never ahead of the game, never seeing consistent profits. You're just doing the same things over and over and you're not getting anywhere. So what are your top goals? Maybe you want to build your email list. Maybe you want to hit your first $10,000 month or your first $100,000 year. Maybe you want to build authority. Like you want people to actually see you as like a leader, an expert in this crowded industry. Maybe you want to increase engagement in your community, whether it be your email list, you want to see them opening and clicking more. Maybe it's that your Facebook group is crickets and you want to see them more engaged. Maybe you want to secure some collaborations or some JV partnerships where you can leverage other people to get in front of your audience and faster and easier, right? In a bigger way. Maybe you want to book speaking gigs. Maybe that's something you want to do. You want to land some interviews with some big leaders, some thought leaders. Maybe you want to get on the stage and speak and you actually want to get paid for that. Maybe it's a little bit of all kinds of things, right? That's for you to decide. But you got to figure out what those things are, because otherwise, what are you going to do every day if you don't know what you're working towards? I typically recommend to my clients that you only focus on like 3 to 5 big goals a quarter, because what I will tell you is that with every goal you have, there's going to be a list of tasks and action steps you have to go off and do. So 3 to 5 big goals for the quarter, trust me, that'll keep you busy. You're going to have quite a bit that you're going to have to focus on, and any more than that is going to set you up for failure, because it's going to be way too much too soon, and you're not going to be able to really master any of it. Okay, I see entrepreneurs that, I don't know, they try to take on everything all at once, or be everything all at once, or hit that big platinum success all at once, and then they half-ass everything. What you want to do is get good at less. You don't want to suck at more. You want to get good at less. So remember, business is a numbers game, and numbers never lie. So every single thing that you need to know is going to be in your numbers. Here's the 5 things you need to look at when it comes to your numbers. The amount of money that you want to make, monthly, quarterly, for the year, I don't care how you do it. When you want that money by. So my rule of thumb in the Sell Like a Rebel community is that if it doesn't have a date, it doesn't exist. Okay? If you're just, if it doesn't have a date, it's just an inspired idea. It doesn't exist without a date. What you have in place to support your money goal. So look at your inventory. What do you have in place? And what don't you have? And what do you need to make it happen? And then what's the fastest, easiest way to reach this money goal? So a lot of entrepreneurs are like, oh, I need to grow my list, so I'm going to create a PDF. Okay, well, you go do that. That PDF is going to take you decades to probably get, 500 people on your email list. That probably is not the fastest way to grow your damn email list. I can tell you that right now. PDFs are great, but by themselves, you know what? That's a slow way to grow your email list. Other people might say Facebook ads. Yeah, you could do that if you have the money and the time to do it, or the money to invest and hire someone to do it. You know what? I've built this is my second multiple 6-figure business. And guess what? I think I've done Facebook ads once and I got sucky results and never did it again. I don't even use Facebook ads, and I've grown my business. I've worked with people like David Nagel, Suzanne Evans. I've had great success in my business. I have not done Facebook ads. Okay, I have well over 10,000 people on my email list, organically and for free. I have not done Facebook ads. The thing is that you have to look at the fastest and the easiest way to hit your goals. You don't want to look at ways that are going to take a long time, that are going to be really hard to do, because why would you want to work harder when you can work smarter? Your inventory will tell you exactly what you need to do next, okay? So that's going to be important for you to go through. The other thing is, what do you want to be known for? So I talked a little bit about this. Really what you need to do is just think about the thing that you're most passionate about, or like, what is something that people always come to you for? Maybe people always come to you for this certain thing, family, friends, virtual friends, colleagues, whatever. What have you been paid for? That's a great place to start. If anyone's ever paid you for something, well, that's a sign. You should probably look there. And then also think about, if you had to teach, talk, or do something every single day, what would that thing be? That's a great way to start to think about it, because, if you had to teach, talk, or do something every day around something you totally did not like, you probably would easily identify that that's something you don't want to be known for. So start to do that. And the other thing is, what do you always find yourself excited to talk about, teach, or do? So if you think about doing like a Facebook Live or a webinar or a Facebook challenge or speaking or something like that, what are the topics or topics that always come up for you and they like always get you excited and motivated and inspired? That's a great place to start when you're thinking about, what is it that I want to be known for, okay? So here's a little exercise that I do with my clients to help them sort of create like their little message. The first thing is we identify who our ideal client is. So as an example, my ideal client is an established online service-based woman entrepreneur, okay? Then what is the problem that they're experiencing? My clients experience that they're burnt out, they're working too much, and they're doing everything by themselves. So they feel fully unsupported. What is the solution that they want? Well, my clients want to work less, they want to create passive income, they want multiple income streams, and they want to do more of the things they love, less of the things that they don't. Okay, so what do they need to do or learn in order for that to happen? Well, with my clients, they need to delegate, they need to set up automated systems and processes, and they need to create a plan, okay? In order for them to reach their goals, that's what they need to do. So what's their ultimate outcome? My clients want to see 10K months working no more than 30 hours a week. That's usually the goal that my clients and I are aiming for. They want to see 10K months consistently, and they don't want to work more than 30 hours for that to happen. So we need to set up proper plans to support that. Why do they want this? What's the big why? Because they want to have a bigger impact, they want more freedom and choices, and they want financial security. Perfect. Now, pull it together. Does it make sense? If somebody came to me and said, Ann, what do you do? Who do you help? Do you know what I would say? I would say I help establish online service-based women entrepreneurs who are burnt out, they're working too much and doing it all by themselves, and what they want is to work less, create some passive income, some multiple income streams. They want to be able to do more of what they love. So I help them do that through delegating and setting up automated systems and processes, creating that plan of action so that they can have consistent 10K months, so that they can be working no more than 30 hours a week, and they can have a bigger impact, more freedom and choices, and financial security. Boom, just like that. You just do this little exercise. By the end of it, like within an hour or so, my clients have their little sentence. If I were to go to them and I say, who are you? What do you do? How do you help people? They would pull their sentence together just like that, and boom, they have their ideal client. They have their bios for their social media. If they do an interview, they can clearly state, here's who I am, what I do, and how I help people. It's perfect. It's a very simple exercise. So remember that you cannot be everything to everyone. And if you're trying to do that, unfortunately, and I'm sorry to tell you, you're never going to move beyond where you are. You cannot be everything to everyone. There's no possible way. I don't care what you do or what your line of business is or your niche or whatever. I don't care how much education or experience or degrees. It doesn't matter. If you can't niche down so that your clients see themselves as your client, you're not going to get sales because you're not the one buying your programs and your services. So if you see yourself as, this is my niche and this is how I help people, but nobody else sees it, doesn't serve you. Okay, it's not enough that you're excited about your niche and your offers. Your people need to be able to identify themselves as your clients. So your ideal client has a challenge. They have a problem. They have an obstacle. They are willing to pay to make it go away. That's what you need to uncover. It's not so much just what's the problem. We have a lot of problems. I can give you 20 that I have right now, but there's probably only 1 or 2 I'm willing to pay for. but you don't know what those are because you haven't asked, right? So you need to go to your people and find out what the problem is that they're actually willing to pay to make it go away, because that's the offer you're going to create. So it's not enough to make this big, broad offer where, hey, come into this one-on-one coaching package. We'll solve all your problems over the next 3 months. I doubt it. Doubt it. That's kind of false advertisement, actually. That's not going to happen. So your clients aren't going to pay for that. Not today, not in this industry. That used to work a few years ago, where you could say, hey, I got a one-on-one coaching package for 3 months. And they'd be like, oh my God, sign me up. I used to do it all the time. But guess what? That doesn't work anymore. They don't care, because you're about one of the million that have that. And they've probably made investments and didn't get results. So they're really particular about who they're going to make investments with. So if you can't explain to them, here's how I'm going to help you specifically, and if you don't put the offer or the solution in front of them that they're actually that solves the problem that they're willing to pay for to make it go away, you're not going to sell your offer. They need to be willing to pay for that solution. So then you have their challenge, now you have a solution. And it's usually just the first next step to solving their challenge. It's not everything. People come into my programs, it's not the solution to every problem they have. We're going to solve 1, 2, or a small set during, depending on how long we're working together. And then from there, if you want more, we go into the next program, or we work again for another 3, 4, or 6 months, or whatever that looks like. You're not going to create one offer that's going to be the end-all be solution to every problem they have. Then you won't have recurring clients or repeat clients, and that's just not smart business. So your sellable offer is going to be made up of 2 things. It's going to be made up of your signature system, and this is the actual path or steps that you're going to take them through in your program to get them from where they are right now today to where they want to be. This is one of the biggest challenges that my clients have when they come in my program. The steps, the path that it's going to take to get them from where they are to where they want to be is the hardest part for my clients. They struggle on this part, this step right here, for days, sometimes weeks. They just I don't know what that path is. You have to know this, because otherwise you're telling people to come and pay you, but in fact, you don't even know how you're going to get them to a specific result. If I come to you and say, hey, you're a sales coach and I want to make, I want to hit my first $5,000 a month, and then I want to see 10K months after that pretty consistently. I'm going to sign up for your program. And then I say, oh my God, I don't even know how to make 5,000. That's kind of ridiculous. So again, you need to have a signature system. That's the first part. The second is the elements that you put in your offer that make it sellable. So you got to put things in it. I'm not going to go into the 6 elements today because of time, but you have to put the right elements and components in it that make it sellable, that make it easy to say yes to, that make it so that people can easily say yes, that they see it as the exact solution they need. It demonstrates all the good stuff, only the congruent stuff. Otherwise, they're not going to buy it. So the problem is that most entrepreneurs are multi-passionate, so welcome, because so am I. And they're afraid to narrow down and fear that they're going to turn a possible client away. That's one of the biggest, objections that my clients have, is they feel like there's so many ways they can help their clients. And if they niche down, that they don't get to help in all those ways. But that's not true at all. I'm a sales and marketing coach. I focus on fast, easy, hustle-free sales for online entrepreneurs. However, I do Facebook groups, I do list building, I do sellable offers, I do niche clarity, we do annual planning, I do cash injections. But I'm not going to go out and put that in a sentence and tell people, hey, here's what I do, because now I'm trying to be everything to everybody, and nobody's going to get that. They're not going to see the value in it. So I focus on fast, easy, hustle-free sales unapologetically. And then people know what I do, okay? So get really masterful at one thing at a time so that you're not confusing or overwhelming your audience or yourself. And in this particular case, less is really more. If you can just niche down and be really, really specific, you're going to get more sales than if you're trying to go broad. You're going to get a lot more sales, and then from there you can grow. And when you get people into your programs, you can help them with more things. You could certainly, as it comes up, support them with other things. But when you're marketing and you're positioning yourself and you're trying to niche down, you can't give it all away like that, because people are just too confused. So what is one thing that you want the entire industry to come to you for? That's the question you need to ask yourself. So if somebody in this industry was going to take you and plaster you all over the internet where the billions of people would see you, and then all those people that need your services are going to come to you, you would never, ever be dry of clients or cash flow. What's that one thing that you want all those people to come to you for? The starting point. What's that thing? Not everyone who needs you is even going to be an ideal client. So I have people who want what I do. Like, they want to come into my programs. Do you know how many clients I turn away every week? And it's not because I can't help them, but maybe it's because they're not ready, or I can't help them with where they're at. It may be that they need to go do a few things first and then come back to me. But here's the thing. I don't work with just anybody. I don't work with people just because they're willing to pay me. Those days are like 10 years ago. I work with people that they're ready and I can help. Those are the people I work with, because those are the people that will come in, get a result, and then go talk about it. And I want my clients to get results. And as a matter of fact, just to give you an example, my mastermind program, it's a 6-month VIP mastermind program. And last month, I actually removed 2 people from that program. Most people are like, what? That's income you just threw out the window. But the problem is those 2 people were not ready. They were bringing down the energy of the group. They were negative. They weren't ready. They were excuse makers. They were being wicked dramatic. And I wasn't going to have it in my space, because my community and my mastermind is fucking phenomenal. And I'm not going to have people coming in and bringing it down with their excuses, drama, and their negative BS. And so guess what? I removed them from my program. So again, not everyone that needs your services, programs, or products is going to be an ideal client. So create some requirements to work with you. If you vision the best client to work with every day, who would that person be? Have a little bit of, I get that it's scary. Like, my clients typically tell me, oh my God, I'm afraid if I do that, then I'll turn away money. I'll turn away clients. Well, it's out of integrity to take someone's money if you can't help them, or if you don't even want to work with them. If you're just taking their money just so you can get a paycheck, well, you know what? Shame on you. That's really bad. You should be really having some standards to work with you. You should be having some requirements, some criteria, in my opinion. The other thing is, who do you not want to work with? Because one of the things that I used to struggle with was figuring out who I did want to work with. But here's the thing. When I figured out who I didn't want to work with, it was very clear who I did want to work with. So sometimes for people, that's easier to figure out who they don't want to work with first. So do whatever you got to do, but figure this out. What type of person might need what you offer? So some people say, I don't really know who needs this. Well, I mean, you got to go do your market research and figure that out. But one thing is, you can think about who might need it. You start to think about it. If you're not sure, you just think, who might it be? So yes, it's kind of like guessing, but everybody's got to start somewhere. So if you're not sure, who do you think that it might be? And start there. Sometimes it's a mirror of yourself. Sometimes it's you. And that's who your client is, right? So just start to think about it. If you want help to map out your entire year, so I told you at the beginning, I do have a really cool offer. If it resonates with you and if it seems like a fit for us, then this is totally cool. If not, so be it. But if you do want help to plan out your year, to do some of the things that we just talked about and a whole lot more, I'm actually going to show you behind the scenes a little bit of my mastermind. I'm going to take you behind, show you what it looks like, what you get. But I do have a couple of spots left in my mastermind program called Momentum. I love the name because that's what we're all about: consistent profits, momentum. So here's what you'll get inside Momentum. We're going to teach you how to do cash injections. Cash injections, if you haven't heard of these, my clients are doubling their income, their monthly income right now. I have had clients do cash injections and they've been able to leave their 9 to 5. I do cash injections probably every other month in my own business, and I do 15,000 in 2 weeks. I've done 30,000 in 30 days. I've done 35,000 in 3 weeks. My clients have done, oh my God, just tons of money. They made so much money. It's just been ridiculous. But my cash injection training is made up of the fast, easy, hustle-free strategies that it takes to make money. that it takes to get in front of the right traffic buyers, people that actually want to buy what you have. There's strategies for that. And that's really, it's not rocket science, but it is strategy. You'll learn all that in my cash injection, which are video trainings. There's 8 different types of campaigns that you can go off and do to make money. And I personally support you through this. I help you create, go off and create your offers for this. I have an entire training on all different campaigns. I also give you all my templates, so it's swipe copy. It's literally like, watch the video, take my copy, go implement it, make money. It's that simple. The other thing that we'll do is we'll map out your 2018 market and profit plan. So much of what we talked about today, we're going to actually map that out for you. I just did 5 days with my mastermind program. We spent 5 days and mapped out their 2018 from offers, price points, visibility, daily strategies, marketing activities, list building activities, like everything they need to do to go off and make X dollars consistently for the whole year of 2018. So the program is only 6 months, but you're going to be able to go off. You have your whole year planned out, and it's momentum. So the whole point of it is that you continue on after the program. And believe me, when I show you behind the scenes, you'll see that you're set up for that. So we're going to map out your whole 2018. Now, you missed the live workshops. We just spent 5 days doing this in the Facebook group, but you'll get access to the entire training, so you're not going to miss out on anything. The other thing is we will help you nail your niche, your sellable offers, your price points, your sellable messaging, your marketing strategies, like all of the stuff that you need to do to go off and make money in your business and to be positioned as an authority to stand out in a very crowded industry. The other thing that we're going to be doing in February is we're going to be doing a live workshop virtually where we're going to do a big list build. So remember before I mentioned a lot of entrepreneurs say, oh, I got to build my list. I'll go create a PDF and I'll go launch that. Well, have fun. I'll see you in like a year when you finally get 1,000 people, because it's going to take a while. Instead, we're doing big list builds. So I've got 4 different strategies that I'm going to be doing in a live virtual workshop with all of the people in my mastermind program, where I'm literally going to teach you and have you implement right inside the program a big list build. There's going to be 4 different ways that you can do it. And I'm going to be there supporting you through the whole thing. And you're going to go off and you should be building your list by hundreds minimum, if not thousands. And this is what I've done. These are the strategies that I'm going to share with you in this program. These are the things I've done to organically and for free grow my email list by thousands without ever doing Facebook ads or having to pay for it. The other thing is you get unlimited one-on-one Voxer from me personally, not a coach on my team or not another person, but from me. And it's one-on-one for 6 months, unlimited. So it's kind of like getting group and one-on-one all mixed together. So basically, my mastermind clients are Voxering me around the clock. If they have a question and they're traveling, I have clients who are off in other countries right now and they're Voxering me for support, asking me questions. I'm checking in with them. I'm holding them accountable. We're communicating one-on-one, unlimited. So that is also included right away. And then there's so much more. So I'll show you a little glimpse. So I just took a snapshot of my mastermind portal where when you come in, you get access to this. And basically, there's all these little icons with different trainings in them. The ones that are open right now that are like important for you are like cash injections. This is the training where you get access to all 8 trainings. Plus, I have a bonus training in here where I actually walk you through the offers that sell the best with cash injections. It's gold. I mean, literally, this program alone, this training alone is like, it's worth more than the program. You get access to that and all my templates. The other thing is the annual profit plan. So I did this live. I just did 5 days live with my mastermind group that's already in there because there's over 20 people in here already. We got a couple spots left. We spent 5 days doing this, and they're off right now, getting ready to fill the gaps. And January, they're going to launch this plan. So we mapped out the 2018. All of the trainings are in here for you guys. They're ready. You'll access it immediately upon coming into the program. Of course, we have a private Facebook group. And then we have list build. So this is where I'm going to show you guys. This is not released yet because we're doing it live in February. But this is where we're going to do that big list build. It's going to be a few different strategies that I've used instead of Facebook ads or whatever other small, slow tactics everybody uses. These are some big ways to build your list by a minimum of hundreds for free without doing like ads or anything like that. That's going to be a workshop we're going to do together. Then after we build up your list, we're going to launch to that list. And I'm going to show you how to have a really good six-figure launch. Here's the thing. You can't launch if you don't have a list. So we build your list first, and then we're going to launch to that list. And I'm going to share with you a couple of different launch strategies that I like that are anti-launch. They're short, sweet, to the point, but they're six-figure launches. We're going to do that together. Then we have Facebook Like a Rebel. So for those of you who use Facebook as your marketing strategy, as your visibility strategy, you use it as a way to put yourself out there and to build community. This is going to be a complete training on Facebook. So how to tap in and make money from your Facebook group, from other people's Facebook groups. Believe me, the strategies that I'm going to be sharing in this are ridiculously, I don't know anybody else who teaches them. So you're going to love that training. That's going to be released in the next, probably either January. I'll probably release that to you guys because I got to create it. Another one is niche clarity. So for those of you who are like, I don't really know exactly who my niche is, or I'm struggling to niche down, I don't know what my sellable offers is. Shit, I don't even know what a sellable offer is. I don't know what elements to put in my sellable offer to make it sellable. I don't have a signature system, so I can't really tell my clients specifically how I'm going to get them a result. For those that are struggling with that and your profit possibility. So if you don't know how to do your profit possibility, which 9 out of 10, you don't, because I'm the only one who teaches it. And you haven't been in my program, and if you have, then you know it. But if you haven't been in my programs, you don't know how to do that. You don't know what numbers to look at. So inside the niche clarity, that's the first thing we do, profit possibility. You will look at your numbers and you will give me a set of numbers that I ask you for. I will run those numbers for you, and then I will tell you what you need to go off and reach a certain goal. I'll tell you what you do have or don't have. And then I'll teach you how to do it so that you can do it long after the program ends. Okay? That's pretty much what I teach you in everything that I do. I teach you how to do it as well, so that you're not always dependent on me, but you also can go on for years on your own and do this after the fact. Another one is going to be Rebel Research. So for those of you that maybe you got to do some market research to and kind of check in with your community to find out what they're willing to pay for, to find out, I literally ask my community, what do you want to buy from me next? And they tell me. And I go off and create it and I sell that shit like nothing. But there's ways to do research. It's not just about putting out a poll or doing a couple surveys. I have so many different ways that I do some super fast research and to get the information I need so I can create sellable offers. You get access to that here in this program. It's a complete training on it. Then I have my conversation to close system. Now, the green ones that you're looking at, the green ones are the ones that you get already. These are released. The pink ones are not released yet. Many of these are going to be live workshops we'll do together. Some of them I just need to put in there. I haven't done that yet. But conversation to close is one of my systems on sales conversations. It's on how do you start a sales conversation? How do you lead a sales conversation? What questions do you ask and when? How do you overcome the most common freaking objections that come up on a sales call, even when it feels like it's going perfect? It is everything that you need to position your offer so that you feel confident positioning it. You don't feel like pushy or salesy or like you freeze up and you don't know what to say. I have a few clients who have come to me and been like, oh my God, I need that system because I do really good on my calls, but when I get to the part about positioning my offer and I transition from conversation to the sale or the close, I fumble and I end up not closing. And so I don't really know how to transition. I don't know what to do. This program teaches you literally step by step, and I don't do scripts, but I have like examples of things I would say. You get my whole list of all the questions you need to ask and when. You get all of the responses I do for overcoming any objection that's going to come up on a sales call. I walk you through my 8 steps of how I conduct the entire sales call. And here's the thing. Here's why you need to listen to me around sales conversations. I close 100%. I close literally 100% of my sales calls. But not only that, that's just my result. But here's the thing. I have worked with people like David Nagel. So David Nagel has hired me to work on his sales campaigns in the past because I'm that good at sales. Amanda Gorman-Petrie, I am her head coach in all of her certification programs. I do all the sales calls. I close all those calls. Why? Because I know how to close calls. Okay. I've been trained by Lisa Sasevich. I've been trained by Suzanne Evans. I got training from David Nagel. I've been doing this 15 years. If anyone knows how to do sales calls, it's me. I know how to book and fill up a damn calendar with freaking buyers, and I know how to close sales. You get in all of that in this program, aside from everything else I've showed you on here. Now, the purple ones, so some of these here, like the Sell Like a Rebel, the List Build, the Launch, those ones will be available to you when we do them as a live workshop in the program, but you get all the green ones. You get all the green ones right now. So you get all of that. So that's a little bit inside. I just wanted to kind of show you, like, when you sign up, you get this stuff right away, plus one-on-one Voxer access to me, Facebook group support. And I will tell you, all the people, there's over 20 women in the mastermind right now. They've all buddied up and partnered up with one another. They're doing Voxer sessions together. They're supporting each other. They're all looking at each other's copy and messaging and helping each other. They're doing some role plays together. Like, they're doing whatever they need to do to feel really inspired and good, aside from all the support I'm giving them in the group. So this is a community. This is, this is not like just a regular Facebook group that's dead of crickets. I mean, these women are amazing. And like I said, there's over 20 women in there right now. We have a couple spots left, and I'm shutting this down for a year. Everything you're getting is customized. So what that means is if you come to me and say, hey, Anne, I need help with this, or do you have something, or training or something on this topic, I will create it and put it in this portal for you. Many of the programs you see in here they're not on the sales page for Momentum, but women asked for them. So I created them and I put them in here. It's very hands-on, very personalized, very customized. You get what you need in this program and not what you don't. So if there's any goal you're trying to reach for 2018, you're gonna get it in this program. All right, so that's what you get. So right now, Momentum is 6 payments of $417. So we do have a payment plan. The program is $2,000 if you pay in full, or 6 payments of $417. All you got to do is go to selllikearebel.com/momentum. If you go to selllikearebel.com/momentum, you're going to hit up the sales page. Just scroll to the bottom and get yourself in. There's only a couple spots left. Here's the deal. I just told you what you're going to get. I just spent this time with you. The sales pages are going to tell you anything that I haven't already. Here's the thing. So cash injections, using my training and my templates, map out your 2018. We're going to nail your niche, sellable offers, price points, sellable messaging. We're going to do a big list build. You're going to get unlimited one-on-one Voxer plus all the other stuff I just showed you in there, and whatever else you request. So if you need something else, you'll get it. Any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Because I will tell you, now's the time to ask me while I'm right here live. I'm happy to answer any questions about what we talked about, whether it's about Momentum or it's about the training material we covered. Any questions at all? I'll just give you guys a few seconds here. I want to be here to support you, and I will keep this page up if you need it, selllikearebel.com/momentum. But let me know if you have questions. I want to answer any questions. I know we covered a lot. Really, really good stuff. If anyone is joining in late, or if you're replay, just watch this whole thing. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Just give you guys a minute to let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to support you. So if you have one, ask it. If you are interested or checking out the program, selllikearebel.com/momentum. If you have any questions, let me know. And also, if anybody wants an 8-payment plan of $317, private message me. I have been offering a few people an 8 payment plan option of $317, but it's not on the sales page. So if you are interested in that payment plan, go ahead and private message me. I can send you the details for that. It'll be 8 payments of $317. So if you need that, private message me. Otherwise, you can head up over to selllikearebel.com/momentum, and you can either do the 6 pay plan or the pay in full. And keep in mind too, you're going to do a cash, we're going to do a cash injection. So you're going to go off and make money the minute you join this program, because I'm going to get you into the cash injections, and I'm going to show you how to go do that. You're going to take my templates and you're going to go execute those and make money. Like I said, I have clients in here who have already doubled their monthly income doing a cash injection. They've already made money back. They've already filled up some of their programs. It's easy as pie. So don't let money be an issue. As soon as you get in, I will welcome you into the program, and I will personally, myself, help you with cash injections. You'll go through the training, and then you'll take my templates, and I will help you create an offer for it that will sell, and you'll go off, and you'll launch it, and you'll make money. So typically when you do a cash injection, if you don't make money that day, it's within a couple of days. Like, it's not a long strategy. I don't have time for that. I like quick, easy. All right, any questions? I see a couple private messages that came in. I'll get to them after. So if you private message me for the 8 payment plan, just sit tight. I just want to make sure there's no questions, and then I'll come over and connect with you on private messenger. Okay. So everyone is clear on everything we talked about. Boy, you guys are not very social, huh? Oh, goodness. You should come into the program. I'll show you how to be really social, get good results with social media. You should definitely be more social, guys, because that's really what social media is for. That's like half the problem. I mean, I'm going to assume that either you're just not social, or that you understood everything I covered and you're like off executing and implementing, and you have no questions, you don't need any support. All right, let me just pop it up over here on another screen, make sure I'm not missing anything. Again, I see the private messages. For those of you who have sent it, I'm going to get to you in just a second. I just want to make sure there's no questions here, so just sit tight. Okay, so for replay viewers, just go to selllikearebel.com/momentum. But if you want the 8 payment plan option of $317, you need to private message me, because we have not added that to the sales page. The sales page has a pay in full, and the sales page has a 6 payment plan of $417. So if you want the 8 payment plan of $317, you need to private message me, because I have to send you a special link. Okay? So there is that option if you want it. Again, it's kind of a no-brainer, but let me know. All right, so I don't see any other questions, and I have people that are private messaging me, so I want to honor their fast action, and I want to support them. So if you guys want to watch this over again, if you missed anything, or if you need to do a refresh, go for it. If you have a question that comes up after this, just pop it in the comments, because I respond personally to all questions in my group. So if you think of something later or something comes up, go ahead and pop it in the comments below, and I'll respond. There are those couple of spots left. I can't guarantee how long those are going to last. But if you're interested, go to selllikearebel.com/momentum. Check out that sales page. It's pretty much, I told you, even more here than what you're going to see over there. So scroll to the bottom, get yourself signed up. I will personally welcome you into the program. I will welcome you onto your one-on-one Voxer with me, and we'll get you into the cash injections or the niche clarity or whatever it is you need support with right away, and we will dive right in. Let me know if you guys need anything else or have any other questions. Otherwise, I will let you go off to enjoy your Friday and have a great weekend. I'll see you guys out here later.